Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Antiheroes Anonymous, or welcome for the first time if it's your first time joining us. I'm Ethan, and I'm the DM for the show. Going around the table, we have our players.
Hi, I'm Nick. I play Thaddeus, the human paladin of the Sunhead.
Hi, I'm Kay. I play Harmony, who is a tiefling wild magic sorcerer.
And then we have a new player today, starting.
I'm Melissa. I play Mara Stormwind, and she's a human pirate.
And she's going to be a fun addition. And then, last but not least,
I'm Zach, and I play Hunter, who's a Warforged fighter.
We stream every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time on Twitch, and then post those episodes to YouTube the following Wednesday. Throughout the show, we use various custom items and even a custom wild magic table for our resident wild magic sorcerer. So if you're interested in any of that, you can type !custom into the Twitch chat to get descriptions about all of that. Or you can check the description below the video on YouTube for links as well. The music we use comes from BattleBards and TabletopAudio.com, so if you like any of that, that's where you can go to check it out. Then if you're interested in what we're doing and want to see more of our show and get updates on when we're doing things and such like that, you can follow us on Twitter at AntiheroesAnon, which is at the bottom of the screen. Also, if you're watching on Twitch, you can type !welcome into the chat to get caught up with what's been going on in the show. Other than that, enjoy the show and share with your friends, come back for more, all that good
Also,
stuff.
share your friends with us.
Also, share your friends
We would appreciate
with
the
us.
fans.
Younger. For souls.
You know what? So, a little recap of what's been happening. The party arrived in the city of Ferendel, the capital city of the continent they've been traveling across. And after parting with Nazria, a dwarven barbarian compatriot of theirs, who went with a childhood friend to pursue Tara into the plane of Earth, the party then began to explore the city. At Sehanin's temple, Thaddeus heard from a fellow paladin of Asanahin that a jewel was recently stolen from their goddess's statue. Actually, there was a shield that held the gem in it. And he asked Thaddeus to sort of keep his ears and eyes open for that. And then on the way out, Thaddeus got a prophetic warning from one of the clerics of Sehanin that said something along the lines of, if the eyes in the moon open, this world will meet its end.
Super creepy.
But Thaddeus was the only one who heard that. And then the party then went to Sial's shop, which is, Sial is an enchanter, an artificer that they know. And they found it closed, so they broke in, naturally, as one does.
As we do.
And encountered some magical guardians and quickly left. Sial was then waiting for them outside in a taxi cab and asked them to find her friend Helia, or Sial asked them to find Helia Ironshield, who is a master of the Abjuration School of Magic, who is most likely sealed within her tower because some threat has been coming after all of the magic users in the city. But to do that, they have to accept the help from a local cut purse. We'll see who that might be. So, we'll go ahead and get started right where we left off, which was Sial had finally parked the taxi on the fourth layer of the city, outside a grand gateway that has, in like iron metalwork letters up above it, Thimblefoot Industries. Sial parked the car right outside there and said, "All right, here we are, Thimblefoot Industries."
Industries? Enterprises?
Oh,
It's Industries. I think is
Industries?
what you said.
pretty sure it's Industries.
But then you said you would accidentally call it Enterprise.
This is one of those things.
It was one of those things, like frickin' Ferendel and Ferelden.
Let me double check real
Why
quick.
did you name things like this?
This
I'm
world
bad.
is confusing.
I'm bad. I think. Hold on. It is Enterprises.
I
Enterprises.
thought so!
Enterprises.
Yes!
I don't even know.
That's what I had in my notes.
What did I have in mind?
Now I know why you said to bring any pencil.
Yep.
All
Thimblefoot
of the things getting
Enterprises.
erased.
So Sial opens the door and says, "All right, here we are, Thimblefoot Enterprises. I'll have someone show up at the Dusty Bottle later tonight to meet you. I'll pull my contacts and see if we can get someone there."
Okay. How do we contact
Forward to
you?
that.
Well, if you need to contact me, you can just come back to my shop and
Right on the wall again.
Should we talk to your
No.
cat?
Trigger your little
just
pet.
just hang out in the entranceway for a little bit.
Huh?
That
Okay.
should be enough.
Alright.
Sorry, I knocked over your fox statue.
It's
was
fine.
kinda angry.
I can repair it later. No worries.
I was a little angry.
And then CL kind of shuts the doors behind you and drives off in the taxi. You see CL almost bumps into another pedestrian who's crossing the road.
My hero.
CL is now canonically a very bad driver.
So we're still all in disguise, right?
That's
or did
right.
those fall off in...
That's an
I
8-hour
think
spell.
we asked if you wanted to drop and use it now. So we
If
can
it's
also-
8 hours, you're getting to the very edge of it because you've been walking around the city for quite some
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, but you know.
Did we apply them
I could-
before or
well,
after
I
the
can't-
temples? It was before the temples.
Yeah.
Because I talked to the guy and he complimented me on my mustache and
Right.
muscles.
I could
You wanted to have them up
Exchange.
while we were walking by.
Mm-hmm.
sorcery points.
Okay.
I could do a little sorcery point juggling and just cast it again, but we'd still have, I guess, an
How much
hour.
time do we have, Ish?
2 hours?
Yeah, probably something like 2 hours.
That should be more than enough, right?
Alright. Well,
Sure.
shall we see if we can catch the last tour?
I'm game.
Let's go.
Okay. So you make your way through the gate, and there's a lot of people coming out the gate and sort of getting into various taxis, or you can see there's an area off to the side where a lot of these vehicles are parked, these steam-powered motorized vehicles, and some of the people are heading that direction. But as you make your way down the path, there seems to be sort of like a ticket booth, and there's a gnomish fellow behind the glass. They sort of slide the glass aside. They've got very wispy white hair.
Of course.
What can I do for you?
Is this the way into the tour? We're looking to tour the building.
Ah, yes. And he points to a sign that sort of lists various tour times and things like that. Yes, you're just in time for the evening tour. However, just a tip I tend to give out to those coming to see the evening tour. If you are here at the noon tour, there's actually occasionally a question and answer session with Zilpip Thimblefoot himself. He never comes out for the evening one, but the noon tour, he's often there.
How interested in you are you two in meeting this little bit Thimblefoot?
I mean, this is all your baby.
Not very, I don't think, yet.
Alright, then evening tour it is.
All right. And he pulls down a list of prices, and it's pretty negligible, so I'm not going to actually charge you guys any money for it.
Oh, good.
Well,
Because
it's
I was
just-
about.
I'm
I
gonna
had
do
a scheme up my sleeve.
It's
to
just-
get out of
I'm gonna do
pain.
this 100 times if it's free.
It's just a number of coppers per person. And he sort of gestures then after he's taken your money and points towards a... there's sort of like a waiting area where a few other people are waiting.
Okay.
Compared to the number that are leaving, it seems like the evening tour is much less popular.
Okay.
Better
So
for
we'll go over.
purposes.
I'll go over and stand with them.
Yeah, and you wait.
Actually, I'm going to ask one of the people leaving. How was the Q&A?
And you pull over just like a human woman who's walking away, and she says, Zilpip didn't actually come out today. It's really unfortunate. It's very hit or miss. Depends on what he's doing. But my brother once was in a tour when Zilpip came out, and he said it was, well, enlightening to see the man, the legend himself.
I'll have to do that sometime then.
Yes, well, I mean, I come every now and again with my kids, and she's got 2 or 3 kids, sort of in tow behind her. I come every now and again with my kids in hopes that someday they might be able to see Zilpip. Just to hear him speak, that's an accomplishment in today's day and age. He's such a famous person within the city.
Yeah, she stares at her.
Okay, she's just sort of like turns and walks away. And you go and you wait by where there's sort of a group of people waiting, and it takes sort of like probably something around 15 to 20 minutes of just waiting and sort of you're not really quite sure what you're waiting for. But then on these metal tracks that are sort of right in front of the waiting area, a similar vehicle to the ones that you've been riding in around the taxis, except for it's sort of longer and it's got a lot more seats, and then it's got open sides. But some vehicle comes rolling around on these tracks, and it's making these whistling noises with the steam that constantly comes out of a sort of like a pipe near the front of it. And there's a gnomish woman who is seemingly driving it sort of at the front, and she's got a little, like a conductor's cap on.
Does this remind you of the rails that we've seen them laying down?
Oh. Except the ones we saw were bigger than this, right?
Yeah, this is a much smaller scale, but similar concept. And the gnomish lady, as soon as the vehicle comes to a halt, she sort of takes off her cap and gives a very low bow, or to the point where her nose almost like touches the ground. She says, "All aboard for the Thimblefoot Enterprises tour!
Alright.
All aboard!"
Here
And
I'll just hop on.
yeah,
Yeah.
Wait, what? Okay.
No?
Okay.
you sort of
Yeah.
maybe there's a little bit of trepidation at first.
I'll sit behind her.
Alright.
Okay.
Is it like... I'm imagining like toy train size, but what does it actually look like?
I mean, think like
Is it like a Disney ride?
yeah,
Is
if
it
you've
like
ever gone on like the Universal
like the
Studios
trolley?
studio tour type thing, it's
Yeah.
kind of
Okay.
like that, but on
Alright.
rails.
Okay.
So it's there's probably about 4 seats to a row, and it's about that wide.
Okay.
So Hunter, you probably take up like 2 seats just
Whoa, whoa,
because you're
whoa.
bold.
I've been watching my weight.
I want to sit on the edge though,
Watching it grow.
on the outside
Yeah.
seat. Window seat. I call window seat.
I didn't want to say. Alright. So we'll hop in there.
Okay. And the vehicle then, as soon as everyone's loaded up, takes
Actually, I want to ask the conductor for a go. How long does this tour take?
off. Well, this tour is only about an hour and a half or so. The longer
Fine.
ones tend to be in the middle of the day.
Alright, we're fine.
We're fine.
Just don't waste any time. Let's get going.
Well, let me know if you need to disembark early. I can always drop you off.
Oh, that's good, thank you.
Like,
And
an
with
hour
that,
and a
she
half
like
at
pulls
least.
a string. There's like a loud honking, and the train lurches forward. And it sort of winds around. Like I mentioned, the Thimblefoot Enterprises complex takes up nearly the entirety of
Did
the.
you have a map yet?
No. I know.
Busted.
I know.
Well, then how am I supposed to know what you're telling us?
I was too busy.
That's alright.
I'm kidding. It's fine.
The Thimblefoot Enterprises complex takes up pretty much the entire 4th layer of this city.
Mm-hmm.
So it's miles wide.
Okay.
And about a quarter of that is housing, but the rest of it is factories and business
Okay.
developments and things like that. And so the train goes around and
Does it go around the outside or inside?
it starts out on the outside, and then when you get to the sort of the housing area, it cuts inside, so it doesn't go through the housing area.
So does it like double back and then come back through?
Yeah, so it almost does like a Pac-Man shape. So it's circular around the outside, and then it ducks in a little bit, and then comes back out.
Okay.
And the tour guide points out various landmarks, like they point out the first factory that was built here.
Okay.
Oh, do we have someone watching? Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Um,
Didn't mean that to be
the tour
as
guide
distracting
points
as
out
it was.
I thought you
the.
were like showing a picture of Pac-Man. It's like we all know what Pac-Man
No.
looks like.
I've never seen a real life Pac-Man
Never seen a
before.
real life Pac-Man before.
Sorry, continue.
Sorry.
I lost my train of thought. But yeah, like the tour guide points out various famous sites within this layer of the city, like
So-
the first factory
okay.
that was built, and then the biggest maker of the automobiles that are driving around the city. These old school Ford Model T style cars.
So I want to keep very close attention to anything that looks like anything we've seen from the eyes of the world,
Okay.
or like myself.
Roll
Any
a.
components that I've seen on my body that they're
The
Yeah,
thing,
that's
the
probably
thing I
smart.
actually want to look out for is holy symbols of Erethus.
Oh, okay. Both of you roll perception checks.
20,
I will
not
look
natural.
for anything shiny.
Okay.
Anything shiny? There's a lot that's shiny.
Also, shout outs
Okay.
to Will.
Amended. Something shiny that would be easy to steal with Mage Hand.
Okay.
As we're doing the tour.
I'm like covering all of my pockets.
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
What was yours?
16.
16. Okay.
Ooh.
Even better.
19.
19. So we'll start with Hunter.
Okay.
As the train starts to go around the city, and it is for most of it, quite a ways up off the ground. Like it's up on these raised stone and metal pillars. There are points where it ducks down lower to go through tunnels or things like that. But there's actually a couple places where the train goes through a factory that is in production itself, and you can see assembly lines of gnomish workers who are working on welding various things, or they're like working on detailed fine circuitry. The similar sort of circuitry that you found when you fought the big Warforged and you took the
Giant
chip
Hunter,
out of
and I
him.
took out the
Yeah.
linguist thing? Okay.
Very similar to that. You don't see anyone in there who's working on anything human-shaped or sized.
Okay. What time are they just? Is it hard to tell like what they're actually assembling and making as well, train parts or something?
A
or
lot
is
of
it
it goes by really fast, and you go through a lot of these different factories, and the tour guide is explaining some of them are for these communication devices that they're trying to put throughout the city that allow people to communicate over long distances.
Okay.
Some of them are for train parts, like bigger versions of this train that you're on, and some of them are for those vehicles that you've seen going about the city.
I also want to try and take note of which factories we're going in and which ones we're not going in.
Okay.
Because I'm sure there's stuff they don't want us to see.
With your 20, notably, you do stick to the outskirt factories. You don't go into any of the central ones.
Okay.
But probably
This is over the course of the entire
Yeah.
tour? Okay.
Yeah. The circuit board thing is probably the only thing you see that is even similar to anything
see.
you've seen on the Warforged.
Of course.
Harmony, what did you roll?
I rolled a 19.
19, and you were looking for shiny things.
Shiny things that I could steal with my hand
Sorry.
easily.
Like I mentioned, there are a couple times where you go through production lines themselves, and there aren't really...
Always the one
Actually,
with the biggest numbers.
There is one particular factory you go through that it seems like they're working with timing devices, like, just they're trying to come up with a more convenient timing device than like the hourglass.
Did
And
you
there
say-
is a stack of, as the tour guide points it out, there is a stack of quartz that they are using, and they're trying to like find properties of the quartz that they can use in their timing devices. And the train goes by, and the tour guide begins to draw attention to another point in the factory and make a sleight of hand check.
Did she say sparkly or shiny things? Shiny, right?
Shiny things. Yeah.
So this,
Sleight of hand. 17.
17.
bad.
I don't.
It's too good.
I didn't even have to use my Sides of Chaos.
Yep, your mage hand, just as you're going by, manages to snatch up a tiny piece of quartz, you pocket it.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
You're not quite sure how
Oh
much
my
it's worth,
gosh.
but you stole it. And Thaddeus was
I'm
looking
becoming
for,
quite the thief.
Who's that? 16?
Apparently.
but you were looking
Oh,
for
looking for
symbols.
holy symbol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to figure out work.
Take my job?
You're a pirate, not a thief. There's a difference.
The same.
Throughout the
Both.
tour, you see a lot of people who seem to be wearing various, like some of them have patches that have been sewn onto their labor uniforms and things like that, of that same gear symbol that you saw on the temple. And then you think, at one point in the tour, when it dips in with the like Pac-Man wedge and goes deeper into the city, you catch sight of a smaller building that almost looks like it might be a shrine of some kind, not a major temple, but a shrine. And there are various carvings of this same symbol of a gear
Yeah.
that you see. And yeah, it takes about an hour and a half for the train to make its circle all the way around, but by the end of it, you've seen the entirety of the outskirts, at least, of
By the end of
Thimblefoot
it.
Enterprises.
Harmony's just like nodding off in her chair.
So what now?
So we finished the tour.
What time is it?
The
It's
sun
time
is
to
starting
reach
to go
the
down,
skies.
and since you're on the topmost layer, you can actually see the sun, and you can see the moon starting to come up.
We walked a lot today.
We may walk more unless we have money for another taxi.
We
Fresh
don't need
out.
money.
What?
I've got magic. We don't need money. I mean, we have money, but we don't need to use it.
Nope, you and me both. I don't know.
I don't
Come
know.
on, do you forget what I did to those? Who did I use that spell on last? Soldiers, probably? Guards?
The difference between the soldiers and those guards, as the way that you told me the story, is that they were trying to extort you. These are people doing their jobs.
Not those guards. Not those guards.
We'll
But,
find those guards.
I mean, the spell has gotten us out of a lot of stuff. If we need to write back because we've got tired feet, like, I don't see a problem with that. They're already extorting all of their customers anyway, charging way more than they should be.
Are you talking about polymorphing? Is that the spelling you're talking
Suggestion! For the love of God!
Oh, that. Okay. I'm like,
How would polymorphing a taxi driver help us at all?
I thought you meant like polymorphing one of us into like a traveling thing or
I
something.
know, guys.
I was
I'll
like-
turn the taxi driver into a frog.
And then we control the taxi.
I mean, if we wanted to steal a taxi, that would be a
Do that
thing.
and be like, we don't serve your kind here.
Serve your kind, throw it on the ground.
let's see.
No, I'm talking about suggestion. I could just go up and convince someone to give us a ride for free. Or
Okay.
for very cheap.
Did they retain memories as they've been suggested?
Yes.
That seems like an awful idea.
But we're all in disguise, look at us.
Not for very long.
How
how much
many-
are the taxis?
It depends on how far you go.
For based off what we know with taxis, how approximately how much would it be for us to get to where we are, where we need to go to the Dusty Bottle?
You know that going from the second layer to the third layer cost you something around, I think, like 2 silver.
Yeah.
So probably going from the fourth down to the second will cost you all
Somewhat
around
more.
5 or so.
That's nothing.
It's nothing. Is
Then why are you complaining about money?
I wasn't. You were.
You were. You said if
I'm
we
just gonna
wanna
start flagging
spend
a
money,
taxi while they're
or if we
complaining.
have money.
All right, and there's plenty around here. This
So
looks
I
like it's
said
a really
unless we
popular
wanna spend
place.
money, then we could
So
walk
one
north,
swoops
but
up
we could also
really
spend
quickly.
money.
We're going to the Dusty Bottle Inn,
Then I don't
All right,
have a problem.
pile in. I'll take you right down to the
so I'm just gonna like
Dusty Melon. You said
Dusty Bottle.
Dusty Bottle.
Dusty
All right.
Sounds
Probably-
like the
probably
title of
next
your
door.
books.
Yeah.
Dusty Bottle it is. And
The Dusty Melon.
the driver throws open the doors.
It doesn't actually sound very romantic.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Finely aged.
Not like that. What was the name of the one that I had picked out last time?
Oh, Moonlit Majesty. I think?
Moonlit, not like Moonlit Majesty.
Is all of this your way of taking the long way around, saying you want to borrow one of my books?
No. I can't read. No. No, not really. Of course I can read. How did I learn the name of that book?
I don't know. I thought maybe magic.
Is there anything you want to look for in the city as you're driving through?
Yeah. I'm gonna ask the driver if there's a post office.
Post office? Yeah, we got post offices. You want to stop by one on the way there?
Sure.
All right. You're gonna have to be quick. The meter's gonna be running, but I mean,
That's fair.
if that's fine with you.
I have the letter. I just need to adjust it and send it off.
All right. We'll stop by a post office, and probably about 15 minutes later, the car comes to a halt
Probably
in
our
front of.
disguises are gone.
They probably wore off before you flagged the taxi.
Okay, good.
I'll say. Yeah.
Like probably the worst case scenario is like 3 normal people looking to flag a taxi and they get in and then like 10 minutes. Alright. Who are you guys?
Yeah, you guys were probably smart enough to let that
Right.
wear off
Yeah.
and then get a taxi. I think.
I don't
so.
know. I thought it would be funny.
Alright.
Who are you guys?
So
All right, post office. Meter's running. Be quick.
now
He just starts like
that is-
tapping his feet.
runs off down to the post office. Is there a clerk here?
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to get if you've got a name and
Yeah,
a location, they can take the letter.
What is it called? Magic of the Heart Lake?
Heart Lake Inn? Magic with the Heart Lake Inn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Magic of the Heart Lake.
I've got it written down right
Yeah,
there.
I have it here.
Hotel.
My memory is not good. You know this about me.
Yeah. I'll just say I'll give him the thing. So this is be to deliver to Serena at Magic of the Heart Lake in West Shore.
And the
I
clerk
never-
sort of
we-
nods
we
and
hear
like pulls out a map and begins to
Yeah,
like
he's
figure
inside
out where that would be. And then they pull out a map
Then, like,
specifically
we're
of
in
West
a-
Shore.
What's he doing?
I know what he's
And they again charge you, but it's not that
Is
much.
Hunter
So
curious?
I'll hand it
Does
over.
he
Is
want to
Hunter,
know?
are you gonna roll for
Does he want
curiosity?
to know? Am I gonna roll for curiosity? I'm not that curious.
Okay.
I'm like, it must be personal business.
Oh yes.
Alright,
It's
and I
very
heard back into-
personal business.
I heard back into the taxi.
Probably took like 10 minutes or so.
It's a post office, always takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Harmony's
You're lucky they were open.
Classic
to be
fancy
honest.
post offices.
Yeah.
Taking 10 minutes.
And the taxi makes its way downward towards the second layer, and eventually pulls up in front, of the dusty bottle.
Okay.
And the taxi driver then turns to Thaddeus, who probably looks the most
Yeah.
wealthy, and is
Well,
actually
has money.
he looks like
Probably
Thaddeus
the poorest
now.
member of the party.
I was gonna
so-
say, he looks like the cover of a romance novel,
No.
but that was before the.
Right.
he also looks the
illusion.
most normal.
We're
So
on.
he turns to Thaddeus and says, "All right, well, based on how long the meter was running, that's going to be 7 silver."
And that just gives him gold.
Yeah, well, thanks. I'll
Here
take
you
the tip. And he puts it into a purse and then opens the door for you. And
Harmony very obviously rolls her eyes as she goes in. Except not so obviously because I guess typhoons don't have pupils.
And he's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of not really watching.
So it's
the
very much
promotion.
like,
You have to overly exaggerate.
Yep. Overly exaggerated eye roll.
He's not really watching you very closely either. He just kind of keeps his eyes averted
Yeah.
from you for most of the time.
Well, I meant it for this one, not the taxi driver.
Okay, well, the taxi drives off, and you find yourself in front of the Dusty Bottle Tavern, and you can actually, compared to other times you've been here, it seems a little bit more lively inside. You can hear sounds coming from within.
Okay.
Okay.
What do the sounds sound? What kinds of sounds? Like fighting or like revelry?
Roll a
or-
perception check.
Okay.
I want to meet
16.
5.
3.
1.
I got 16.
Hunter, or Thaddeus and Harmony, you're not quite sure.
You don't
There's
know
a
where
lot
you
of
are.
there's a lot of
We're
sounds
bickering
of
about the romance novel stuff
right.
still.
things moving around in there, but you don't really take too much note of it. Hunter, you can tell there's a tavern brawl going on in there. For sure.
There's someone fighting in there.
There's sounds of like tables getting pushed
Wait,
out of the
wonder
way.
who that is.
This must be exciting. I'm just gonna walk in.
All right.
Wait, is Nazria back already?
Yeah.
I don't hear any screaming, so probably not.
Hunter, the scene
Or
you're
cursing.
greeted by, the tavern master, this old gentleman, is sort of hidden behind the bar with his spectacled eyes peeking up over it, just like wide-eyed with horror at what's going on. There is dust flying everywhere, and there's probably only 2 or 3 patrons who are sitting at their tables, and 1 or 2 of them are cheering, but there's one of them who's just sort of like quietly trying to ignore what's going on in the center of the tavern, which is there's a woman and a man who seem to be engaged in like hand-to-hand combat. Do you want to describe your character?
Maybe we should go somewhere else. I was looking a little busy for tonight.
I wouldn't blame you. Okay, so my name is Mara Stormwind.
Talk about what you look like, what you're doing.
Okay, in the tavern right now. I am currently, I was trying to get out without paying my tab, but I apparently wasn't fast enough.
And so
the
yeah,
owner
there's
came over and
What do you look like?
I am pretty tall. I'm about 5'9". I've got raven black hair and stormy gray eyes.
Muscles.
Yeah, I'm pretty lean in life from all that hard work on the ship.
yeah, and so then the gentleman who she seems to be fighting with is this tall, black-haired man with his hair like slicked back, and his shirt is like opened up a little bit. It's like a very deep V, and he's got muscles bulging and hair everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
And he's saying something like, "Look, you're gonna have to pay your tab, woman." And can you roll for me initiative? So what you do is
Roll a
you take a
D20.
D20, the 20-sided one, you roll it, and then you'll add your initiative
Which is
modifier.
this one right there.
So you get 16.
16.
16. Okay, so he rolled a 20 on his, so he's going to go first.
Uh-oh.
He's goes to throw a heavy punch right at your face. So let's see. Now I would roll to hit you. But that's a 12. Now can you check your AC?
Her AC is 14.
14. Okay, so what that means is he doesn't hit you because he rolled lower than your AC. So he goes to throw a punch at you, but you duck out of the way very nimbly and quickly. And then
You're
it
good
would
at
be
Good at that.
Yeah.
your turn.
So, what do you want to
Okay.
do?
So, what are my options?
Stick it to him.
Well,
Well-
So I'll describe the scene, I guess. There's tables and chairs that have sort of been thrown to the side in the midst of this combat. There are bottles strewn on the floor. You've obviously got your fists, and there are one or two bystanders who are watching. Those of you who just walked in, one of the bystanders who seems to be like
I thought you
watching.
were talking about us at first.
Oh, one of the bystanders who seems to be watching sort of like with disdain and trying to ignore what's going on is a dark-haired half-elven woman in some very tight black leather armor. But yeah, so that's what you've got going on around you.
Okay, so since he missed swinging at me and I ducked, I want to come up and give him an uppercut right to the jaw and try to knock him out.
Get him.
Okay.
Nice.
So now you would roll a 20 again to make
So
your
roll that
attack.
one.
Your unarmed strike. This is what you roll. So 20 plus 4. Nice.
So, 16.
It's okay, 16 hits easily, and since you have the tavern brawler
So
feat,
you get to roll this.
you get to roll the 4 one.
and then you add 1 to that.
This one's not very kind.
No. Oh, that's
It
not
is
bad.
today.
4.
4?
It really wants to give him an uppercut.
Let's see. 4 damage. Okay, so it's a solid punch to his chin, and he reels back from it. But then
And
he
the crowd's
sort
like,
of,
ooh!
yeah, he sort of, as he's reeling back, he grabs one of the chairs, and he's going to try and hit you over the head with it.
Are we in this session?
You're sort of walking into this a little bit shocked.
Alright.
Next round, you can jump in.
Okay. Good.
But he rolls a 1 on his dice, which is an automatic miss.
Yes,
So-
I'm so lucky.
Mara actually, as he comes at you, you manage to push his arms out of the way, and he sort of sends the chair flying across the room instead of hitting you on the head. And you've got him in sort of a weak position. So now, it's your turn again.
What would you like to do?
Okay, how about if I, well, I'm not very, I don't think I'm as heavy as him. You said he was pretty burly.
Yeah, he looks pretty big and burly. You're pretty strong, though.
Okay. I think maybe I want to try to pin him down so he can't grab any more chairs.
Okay, so this would be an opposed check. So you need to make a strength athletics check, and then he will try to escape it.
So that's athletics is
That one.
here. So it's
Okay.
plus 4. So roll this and then. Oh no!
11.
Okay, well, he rolled a 2.
Yay!
So yeah, you managed to grapple him and sort of pin him. How do you?
They're excited.
You managed to grapple him and pin him so he can't really move at all, and he's struggling, but he can't get away. Then we'll just go around the circle. We'll just go around the circle. You guys can take your actions if you want.
Sure. Okay.
Are we actually in initiative or
Not really.
no?
Yeah. Maybe we could just like say initiative is like Thaddeus, Harmony,
Yeah,
Mara.
that's what I think we'll do. For
Hunter,
this. Is
just
just go
do.
around.
Okay.
Thaddeus walks in during this, and it's not him saying "Stop this," and cast Whole Person.
Okay.
On who?
Amara,
On Mara. Oh god.
because she
So-
seems to have the upper hand.
In this case, he's casting a spell on you. So what you're going to roll is a save, and it's a Wisdom one, correct?
This is wisdom.
Okay.
So those are
Okay.
these up there, right?
And you add the one that says Wisdom
This.
to it.
Plus that one.
10.
The one. Yep.
Okay. And Thaddeus has a
Yeah,
spell
it's,
save DC difficulty challenge
15.
that is higher than that. So you feel your muscles tense up, and you sort of get locked in place, unable to move.
Is she locked like this?
Yeah, so
The
she's
other guy?
locked, holding the guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Away.
Yeah.
Nice double.
I'm gonna smack him. What'd you do that for? She was winning!
That's what I did that for.
Hunter's just gonna like nonchalant. Or wait, what are you doing?
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah, your turn. Sorry, I went out of turn.
I'm going to walk up to them, and I'm going to cast Polymorph on the guy that she's holding, and turn him into a mouse.
Fails. He fails his save. He rolled a 8 plus 1 Wisdom, so
How long does that last?
An hour.
An hour?
And I'm going to grab the mouse.
he's like starts squeaking and trying to
I'm
run
going
away.
to just grab the mouse
Okay.
and hold it. Be like, I think you can let her go now, Thaddeus. I have it under control.
Hunter's just gonna like walk over to the old. He's gonna just nonchalantly just walk through the battlefield and talk to the old guy who's hiding and be like, "Or do we still have our rooms?"
I'm just gonna ask him if he's still.
Yeah, like do we still have our rooms for the night, or we get to check in again?
No, you still have your rooms. The young
Okay.
gentleman, Thaddeus, paid for several nights in advance with the amount he gave me.
All right, I'm like, have fun, everyone. And I'll start walking out to the room.
He's just like noping right out of that.
I'm like,
Nope.
Children, tell me when you're done.
Woo, woo.
Okay. So you want to let her go, or
I'm
Well,
trying-
can't she make another save on her turn?
on her turn, yeah.
that's true.
At the end of your turn, you
So,
get to
then
make
what
a
do you
wisdom
do?
save. Can she
You
talk?
want
Can
to-
paralyzed people talk?
I
No.
don't think so.
That's a 1.
And that doesn't, because I want answers out of her, I would just let it go now that like this other guy has had everything. So yeah, go ahead. You get your turn.
I get my turn.
Yeah, we can probably leave initiative at this
Yeah, right.
point. So.
Hunter's
Yeah.
already left.
One
You
of this
feel-
is gone, one of this is a mouse.
I'm like petting the mouse.
You feel the
This is
magic
nosy.
release you, and your muscles begin to move as normal again, and you're unlocked from that hold position that you had.
Way to make a first impression.
Thank you.
Right.
Compliment.
It was almost over. What'd you have to do that for?
Yeah, she was winning.
What was the cause of this disturbance?
I'm ready to go. I wanted to leave, and he wasn't letting me.
Yeah, see? Back in the wrong horse.
Like this.
At this point, the
mouse is
half-elven woman who is sitting in the corner trying to ignore all of this with the dark hair and the very dark leather armor stands up, and she
Were we given our contact's name? No.
Nope.
She all just said I'll send someone around.
Yep.
the woman strides over and sort of puts a hand on Mara's shoulder and says, "Mara, we couldn't have left anyways. We needed to wait until we could meet Cial's contacts here. And I presume that's you? You meet the description."
Yes, your CL's contacts?
Yes, we're
Alright.
from, well,
I should have known. I don't know why I didn't guess immediately.
we're residents of the city, and Cial
knew
pulled
it
some
was
favors
her.
to get us sent here to help you out. Specifically, Mara here will be helping you out.
Sorry about that. I forgot. Old habits die hard, right?
Yes, well, when you're a full member of the Sisterhood, you're going to have to restrain yourself a little bit more.
Don't worry, one of my specialties is helping people break their old bad habits.
Uh-huh. Sure. Hi, I'm Harmony.
Hi, Harmony. My name is Mara Stormwind.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Sir Thaddeus Hammerlock of the clan Hammerlock.
I apologize for all of the things he does.
It's okay. I'm used to way worse where I come from.
The man who went upstairs is called Hunter.
That's right.
And the man who went upstairs
man?
didn't really
The
look like a
monster?
man at all. Hunter looks like sort
Machine?
of, yeah, he's very robotic. He's basically,
He's like a big. You know what a golem is? Like a big but like a big metal human.
He's like the
Big
Iron
suit of
Giant,
armor.
except not a
Yeah,
giant.
exactly.
It's
Yeah.
a normal
I'm
human
a
size.
I'm like a.
He's like 7 feet tall.
Okay.
The Iron
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
The Iron Giant, except not a giant.
the Iron
That makes
After-
Or like
total sense.
it's kind of like the same stature as like
Iron Man, but not Iron Man either.
same stature as like Alphonse from Full Metal Alchemist too.
Oh yeah. Okay.
If we mention another copyright character, I think Twitch is going to kick us off of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
They wouldn't do that.
Anyway,
Loot box.
Loot Crate.
Loot Crate.
and then the woman speaks up and she holds out her hand and she says, "I'm Alyssa."
Nice to meet you, yes.
Shakes each of your hands
I
in
shouldn't shake hands.
turn. No, you don't? Alright, takes it back quickly.
I'll shake your hand
Okay.
with mouse.
She sort of gives Thaddeus a little look out of the side of her eye, like narrows her eyes a little bit. She says, "I understand you'll be breaking into Helya Ironshield's tower."
Is this really where we're discussing this?
Oh, no one's paying attention. And as you can see, like, all of the patrons have sort of gone back to their
Okay.
thing. And like I mentioned, there's only 2 or 3.
Okay.
And the bartender is bustling about trying to write tables and things like that. So,
You do things differently here, I see.
I'm just so amused by how uncomfortable you are by all this. I mean, you've been traveling with me in Nazria for like weeks now.
I thought that was over.
You think that you'd be used to that?
Now you see why Hunter left.
What do you know about all this, Mara? Do you know the temple's layout? Do you know how to get in and out? What do you bring to this?
I just got here, so I'm just kind of learning the layout of everything. I think that's why they assigned me Alyssa to help
you know
out.
about as much as we do, which is send out.
Mara's a new recruit,
But
but I've seen her skills. She's helpful.
All right. What about you? Do you have anything?
Oh, I won't be coming with you. This is Mara's test.
Well, with a punch like that, I'm happy she's coming with us.
Does
Did
any
you see that?
of the 5 of us know where this tower is?
That much I can tell you. And
4 of us, Thaddeus.
did I?
Hunter's upstairs.
No, he's counting the mouse.
Are you counting the mouse?
I was,
Oh,
I was
got a new
I was kind of
mascot.
counting Hunter, but I knew he didn't know.
I appreciate that. I like being included.
Alyssa sort of strides out the door and motions for you to follow, and takes you down to a main street where you can sort of see more of the city. And
Hunter,
points.
something's happening. Come down.
I'll message him.
Okay, yeah. That's
Can you-
Shoot, would you like me to do that?
Please do that.
Okay, so you don't hurt your poor little voice. And I'll message Hunter and I'll be like, Hunter, we're being shown where the tower is if you're interested.
And then Hunter's voicemail will go off and be, Hunter's not here right now. Can leave him with
He's not picking up.
You really
No
want to break.
voicemail. Okay, and then so he'll get the message and be like, okay, and then he'll put his little drawings away and stuff and come back down.
Okay. And yeah, Alyssa is basically in the process of leading everyone out into the streets and around the corner to get to like a main street where you can see more of the city. And she points off towards one of those eight big pillars that holds up the city, and says, "That's the tower right there. You can approach it from nearly any level of the city that you choose."
Is it obvious which one that he's pointing to?
Yes.
Okay. Because, yeah.
Each one of those pillars houses the tower of one of the master wizards of the city, one of the Assembly of 8. However, this is the one you're interested in, and she points off in a direction.
Okay.
See.
That there is Helya Ironshield's tower.
Okay.
And that's what we know. That's the tower we have to go and break in and find out if Helya Ironshield's still alive.
So we're only tasked to make sure she's safe.
Right.
So even if we never meet her, as long as we can figure that out.
True enough.
Okay. And do we have any other information about which level to enter from or anything like that?
I mean, what do you know about the tower?
Not much. Ordinary folks don't get in. If you don't have any sort of magical potential, they don't take you in as an apprentice. And no one's shown any magical potential in years, so no one has been taken in as an apprentice. So I couldn't really say what the inside of the tower is like. But I do know there are entrances on each level. There's also windows on each level. So you can sort of choose your point of entry.
Okay. But no one entry point is better than the other?
Like I said, I've never been inside the tower, so I couldn't really give you any information on that.
Okay.
But
And so just looking at the pillars more closely, do they only go from the first layer up to the fourth layer and they don't go any higher, or do they reach higher than the fourth?
you did see on the fourth layer, the pillars rose up out of the fourth layer and went sort of above the rest of the city.
How much higher? Like half of their height, or?
Well, you know that the second and third layers are something like 100 feet.
Yeah,
Each,
I'm
right?
looking for like a rough.
It probably went about 100 feet above.
So just
the rest
like
of
one
the
more
city.
layer
Yeah.
higher. Okay, cool.
And you don't know necessarily if they start on the first layer, but you've seen these pillars on the second layer, you've seen them on the third layer, and now you've seen them on the fourth layer.
And it's one pillar.
Yeah.
It's not like okay. Got it.
Melissa, to explain the city, it's actually, the original city is sort of like the first layer, and then when they couldn't expand outward, they built upward and added a second layer on top of that. And then they proceeded to add a third layer and a fourth layer. So it's sort of
Only
like,
we had a map.
yeah.
What's it made out of?
The first through third layers are largely stone and wood, the sort of typical things you'd see in a medieval fantasy world. But the fourth layer, where Thimblefoot Enterprises is mostly metal walls for the outward construction. A lot of factories seem to be metallic. Very much modernized on the fourth layer.
The other weird thing about the city that we noticed a couple sessions ago is the castle is on these giant winches and you can move between levels, and wherever the castle isn't, it's just like a giant hole in the middle of the city.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a big donut with the castle in the center, and the castle can move up and down to the different levels.
Okay.
Alright, well,
Well, I'm not worried so much about how we get in the tower. I'm more worried about what's waiting for us on the inside.
you're
To be
the
frank.
you're the magical expert here.
Why, thank
If you were a paranoid wizard, where would you hide? The top or the bottom?
Can I make some kind of check for that to sound more intelligent than I actually feel as a player right now?
That'd be like deception.
I mean,
Sure.
would I
I'd say make an insight check, I suppose.
insight check?
Yeah.
Reverse insight.
Insight into myself? No, into this other mage.
Yeah, it's more like
Mages in general.
just trying to put yourself in someone else's mindset. In this case,
6.
6. Yeah, you have no idea.
I have no idea.
Well, guys,
Maybe-
half the fun is finding out.
I mean, if it's a tower, though, like, why not wait in the very tip top?
Because it could be someone from Thimblefoot who's trying to kill her, and that's where Thimblefoot is. It could be safety in the lowest reaches of the city where people wouldn't think to find you.
But wait, the
There are
people that are
arguments to be
killing the
made.
mages, are they in cahoots with the people that rule the city, or no? I don't remember.
No one really knows.
You don't know.
Mm,
I mean-
Someone said that, like, what people thought.
so
I would be, if it were me, I wouldn't be at the very top or the very bottom, because that's too obvious. I'd be somewhere in the middle.
okay, I don't think that's true. But
That's what I would do.
Okay.
I think it depends on if the pillars extend into the ground at all.
That's also a possibility. We don't know anything about these pillars.
Or if they're dimensional somewhere else too.
And our other expert here, when would you suggest we go? Tonight? Morning?
How rested are you guys?
We've
I
been in
mean-
a scrape today. Anything glares at Harmony?
Hey, it wasn't my fault. He opened the door.
It was every bit.
He opened the door.
You broke it.
You broke in.
Not
You
my-
broke in.
not
Ah,
my idea
that
to
is
break in.
You
true.
were the
You
one
were
that
the
broke
first one in.
Yeah.
Do not throw that on me.
The words "let's break in" were not mine.
But you did it. You were the one that enabled us to actually get in there in the first place.
While they're bickering, Hunter's gonna like scoot over and be like, I think they need to rest a little bit.
None of that was
Cranky.
my
like
fault. Let me
Yeah,
just
he's a
throw that out there.
little cranky over there.
I saved us
Rested.
from that big giant hunter thing.
Mhm.
Just, throwing that out there.
Whoa, who are you calling Big Giant Hunter?
Not you, the other one. The one that I sent to a different dimension.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, so you're welcome, by the way. Harmony goes up to her room.
Before you do that,
I guess we're doing this tomorrow.
Alyssa stops you and says, wait, before you go, I've got something else for you. Specifically, the client wanted you to have these, and she sort of rummages through her bag. She's got like a purse.
Client, y'all.
You know.
Yeah, Ciel, right. And she finds 2 scrolls and hands them to you.
To me?
Yes.
Ooh, presents.
Client seemed to think that you could make use of these and that they would be handy for your next endeavor.
Yeah, for me. Not for you. And I walk off. I'm gonna look at them as I walk.
Okay. Roll an Arcana check.
Sure. Because that's something I'm trained in. Yeah, 17.
Okay. Ciel's basic brief teachings sort of come back to you, and you've used arcane scrolls before too, so you recognize them pretty easily.
For the arrows that didn't show up in time.
Yeah, but you, with your check, you're able to remember how to read these things to figure out what they mean exactly. And one of them is a spell of knock.
Okay.
Dispel knock.
Yeah.
And one of them is a 9th level dispel magic.
Ooh, that's really good. And if I can use it. I might just tuck that away for some time in the future when I can use nice level spells.
So,
Not cool, but handy though.
Harmony's gone upstairs,
Yep. She's
Hunter
done dealing with these
and
ridiculous
Thaddeus
people.
and Mara are still downstairs.
Okay. Well,
What do you suggest? Tomorrow night, tomorrow morning? When is best for an incursion into the Seals Tower? This is so far to my area of expertise, I don't know where to begin.
It's not as far as it used to be. I'm not there. I'm not there.
I'm best in the morning, so my vote is for pre-dawn.
Pre-dawn? Sounds alright.
no, you can do that.
I'll see you at dawn then. Are you lodging here?
Okay.
Alyssa sort of like looks at Thaddeus and says, "Yeah, her room's taken care of. Don't worry about it. The client paid for it."
I still have the mouse.
Oh yeah.
I just brought the mouse up to my room and went, oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I bring it back down and throw it.
Upward
Just-
when the spell wears off.
Oh,
The
do it.
old
Let it
man
wear off
behind
after
the
an
counter
hour.
sort of looks at you and says,
Is someone going to cover her tab?
Hunter leaves.
"Hunter leaves." Okay.
Wah, wah.
And like puts his hand on
I'm like there
where
with the
his nose
mouse,
would be.
like,
Or is there someone I can charge?
I'm sure she's
Um,
already paid.
Charge it to Baron Hammerlock.
Yes.
Baron Hammerlock. Yes, very
He's
good,
here
sir.
in the city somewhere.
Very good. I will send a messenger to find him and retrieve the debt.
Very much not human.
You need to send that to me.
Okay.
Does somebody else have one?
No. I was the only one that was.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep going.
In
It's
which
not
case,
story
when
important.
the mouse turns back into a man, he sort of gives Mara a glare like, "I wish we could keep fighting." But
I'll get you
he,
next time.
since your debt's been covered by the family Hammerlock, he just sort of leaves it at the glare and just sort of goes and sits down in the corner and watches the bar.
They don't call me Stormwind for nothing.
Well, I'm-
And that's the last words of the night.
Thaddeus goes upstairs.
Okay. Thaddeus goes to bed.
Okay.
So it's just Hunter and Mara in the bar.
Oh no, I already left.
Oh, you already left?
Yeah,
Okay,
when
so
he
it's
when he said, "Is someone going to cover the tab?" I'm like, "See you."
Yeah, he
That's
left.
right, that's right.
I
So
was
it's-
down there with the mouse at the time, though.
It's just
so-
Mara. Anything else you want to do?
Pick up my knapsack and head up.
Okay. This entire inn, the Dusty Bottle Inn, is
Very dusty.
pretty much covered in dust, and it's very, very low class and uncomfortable lodgings. But if you sort of shake out the sheets, it's not so bad. So you get a full long rest, which for those of you who have spent spell slots and hit points brings you back to full hit points. Mara, you didn't really do anything except punch a guy, so don't
You
have to recover
punched a
anything.
guy.
Oh yes,
And
I
man,
did.
it was a punch.
It was a good fun.
And he could not hit you back.
Yeah, he did.
Figure out if I
Oh.
want to just
Lucky.
do the spells.
I hope my luck lasts.
Which archetype did you pick?
The swashbuckler.
That isn't that a
Oh, that's the background.
that's a background.
No. Pirate is the background. There is an
Oh,
arcana
right.
swashbuckler archetype
Oh, that's
for
right. I
rogue,
can't find it
which is
anywhere.
what she
Okay.
picked. Yep.
Let's see.
She has the paperwork for it.
I was trying to read up a little bit since
I
it's
think.
Oh,
did
it's-
I print
yeah,
it
it's-
out?
Maybe I can help.
Yes.
Yes.
familiarize
You know
I
what?
think I
myself.
put it in the book.
Oh wait, no. I realized that maybe I should have given her sneak attack when she punched the guy, but then because she has the
Right.
swashbuckler feature, but it wasn't a finesse weapon, it was a fist, so
Mm.
she doesn't get sneak attack.
Yeah, since I didn't have a weapon, but I don't know when to use uncanny dodge.
That's
either.
if someone.
If you get hit.
you get attacked.
Mhm.
If you get
You can
hit.
have the damage.
If he'd managed to punch you, you could have used that and taken half of 1 damage.
Which was still 1 damage, or
Yep.
was it the
Oh, you
0
get a
damage?
poncho.
So morning finds you, well rested. Someone wakes Harmony up at the crack of dawn, since she wasn't informed that that's when you have to wake up.
Harmony Harmony's very grumpy. Can I hellish rebuke whoever wakes me up?
Do you want to?
No. I'm just kidding. That would be really bad. But I'm very
You're more.
Who's waking me up?
Morning, Beth.
No, I won't do that. It would be funny though. Okay, and Thaddeus is praying.
That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to spell right
Okay.
He's praying.
Is there anything
I
of
would
the rest
like
of you would like to
to-
do to prepare?
Look through Thaddeus's books again.
Okay, Thaddeus is very aware now of the fact that you're starting to look through his stuff when he's praying, so you can take a perception check at advantage.
Wait, can
and
I
you
do
have a stealth
this
check.
from the doorway with Mage Hand and not actually go inside the room at all?
Yeah, you can do a sleight of hand check then. But Thaddeus, you're very aware she's going to try and do this.
Hunter's
so
just
you
doing
can have
this.
advantage.
And Harmony, he's like, just kind of like glaring, like, okay.
You're gonna beat me even
let's see.
without advantage. Oh,
now.
maybe not.
No, I will
Maybe not.
I rolled a 6 and a 3. Oh wait, no, I rolled on a d12. Hang on. I need to roll on an
Did
actual
you?
d20.
Oh, you did.
We've all done that before.
No.
Not only did I roll better,
But he knocked me off my die out of the way. I had an 11.
I rolled an 18.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you as you're praying, you notice
Yeah.
the spectral hand comes floating in.
And I
from the back.
I stopped the prayer, I grabbed the bag and moved toward me, and I looked back.
I duck out of the way.
I don't even look and say, Harmony, the longer you interrupt me, the longer this will take, and we need to move before dawn. Mara
I'm gone.
said so.
I just walked away.
The hand goes like trouncing out of the room as well.
I'm like, I'm not gonna listen to this.
Okay.
I'll
Anything
go down to
anyone
the
else
bar.
wants to do to prepare?
I think I'm good.
Ready to go. Let's go. I'm antsy. Let's go.
I know.
Come on, peeps.
We would be done now.
Don't blame your long ass prayers on me.
All right. Well, while Nick figures
I'm
out
done.
his spells, are you
Okay,
good?
you're fine. You're
Okay. And you can keep doing it while I narrate.
I only needed to change like 2 spells, but I need to figure out what to change it
Gotcha. You go outside and you sort of have a clear view of the tower. Which level do you want to approach it from, and how do you want to get there?
Why not just this level? Because we're already on this level.
The second level, like the middle.
to. Do
I
you,
don't think it matters.
be honest with me, do you actually think she's going to be on the second or third level?
I don't know where she's gonna be.
We could take it.
I'm not a studied wizard, okay? I don't know what these people think.
Well,
I don't know anything about the city. I don't know who
We should.
is after her.
I would
or-
prefer to start at 1 or 4 and either work our way down or up. Rather, because then we'll have to cover more ground going either way.
Okay.
Let's start at 1, and then we might be able to see if we can actually
Is it
go
one
lower.
like the shady shit level though?
That's kind of I agree with you, and that's kind of why I want to start there. Both because I feel like that's a good place to hide if you're a wizard. Like if you're a wizard and you have high class political enemies coming after you,
You want to hide in the
you
grunge
want to hide in the garbage place.
But wouldn't that
And
also mean that the?
Mara might be better at getting a sample.
But wouldn't that mean the security's tighter on level 1 if it's like slums?
No.
Not in my experience.
I mean
Mara?
the security on the tower itself.
You have been to the first level of the city. These folks have not.
None of us have actually been to the place we're talking about
We're
going.
just like talking about it without actually knowing.
The first level of the city is where the headquarters of the Undercity Sisterhood is, and so that's where you went to sort of meet with Alyssa for the first time. And it is very run down. It's very much like the slums of the city. Crime is pretty rampant down there, since it's the most hidden from actual light, since there's more layers above it, and since it has the least electric lights. Because it's the oldest layer of the city, it is very dark pretty much constantly all day long. But you do know that there would be an entrance to each of these towers on that level. So
Okay.
that's about what you know of it.
Right. Well, you guys hurry up and decide which way you want to go, because let's just get in there and see what we can see.
That's my kind of thinking. I don't care where we enter from. Let's
First
just go.
First.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Are you walking down there? Gonna try and find a way to walk, or are you going to
I hail a taxi
taxi?
without waiting.
We're on the second level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Should we disguise?
No,
No.
don't make me waste my fifth level spell right off the bat.
This is good. I think
Tell
we'll do
Troopers to
better.
me.
I think we'll do better on level 1 as we are.
Okay, it's fine. In which case, you sort of summon a taxi, flag them down. It's pretty easy, as you've done before. And a woman opens the door and she says, "All right, where can I take you? Good morning, by the way. Bright and early."
Ground floor of the. What school of magic are we talking about?
Abjuration.
Abjuration Tower, please.
By ground floor, you mean
I mean the lowest.
you okay? You must be new to the city. Well, I'll take you to the stairs to the first layer. How does that sound?
Is that the closest you can take?
That
us?
gets out of the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, take care of it.
Good day.
Guess we're walking.
Good luck in the first layer, and she sort of like laughs and drives off.
Thaddeus looks at Mara.
Harmony makes some
You could
rude
have told
gestures
us.
at her as she drives away.
Come on, guys. We need the exercise anyway.
Speak for yourself. We've been walking for like 3
I
months.
like looking
This
at my
one
body.
exercises as little
I'm
as
like
possible.
completely metal, like I don't know what you're talking about. Am I getting fat?
I meant mentally.
Oh.
We need to prepare.
Well, that's true.
Everyone looks at Harmony, you're right.
What is going on with you people?
And Thunder just starts walking to the stairs.
Okay.
I'm like 4 feet tall, by the way.
Oh, she's
Oh,
so
my
short.
4 feet 3 inches tall, but I act like a really tall person, like most short people do.
Well, that's probably going to come in handy.
It's like
What does that mean?
it's like little dogs that act like big dogs.
Okay.
Like that's what I am.
Okay.
Except I
Flex
used to be a big dog.
They start off, and Mara, you know right away they're going off in the wrong directions. Because they have no idea where they're going.
Yeah.
However, you know the right way to go.
Harmony does have a habit of marching off randomly in a direction that ends up being the wrong direction. She's
Guys,
too-
come on. Follow me. I know you know I'm new, but
All right.
come on. This
lead
way.
the way. Lead the way.
Alright, let's go.
Alright. And you take off through the city, and eventually, after maybe about 20 minutes or so, you come to a stairway that seems to descend downwards, and then it will eventually, it like switches back and descends downward along the other direction, then it will switch back and descend downward along the other direction into what looks to be complete darkness from this angle.
Thaddeus is going to. This may be an unnecessarily hostile looking move. Thaddeus is going to draw his sword. And by drawing his sword, I mean toss the master blade upon that.
Right.
That radius.
Mostly for the light.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine. I can see.
Yeah,
I can't see it.
But you guys, none of you can see in the dark now, right?
does
She's a
Hunter have
human.
dark vision?
Yeah,
No,
human.
I have dim vision.
Okay.
Can you see as a rogue?
Nope.
No, she's
No.
she's a
It's
human.
a human
rogue,
thing?
so
Okay. Or
she
is-
can't.
So yeah, we've got 15 feet of light.
So I'm the
from
only one
Thaddeus-
who can see in
from
the dark.
Thaddeus' sword.
Okay, well, I'll just stick next to Thaddeus then.
Yep.
And you descend down these stairs that sort of switch back slowly until you feel like you've traveled something like 70 feet downwards. And then from about that point, you can start to see tiny pinpricks of light, of lantern light, that seems to be lit in the streets of some city, maybe like 30, 40 feet below you. And you follow the switchbacks the rest of the way, and you find yourself in a very dimly lit, medieval-themed street.
So I assume that, like, you told us when we were elsewhere in Ferndale that when we looked up we could see through, like, crisscrossing streets and, like, pipes and things. The sky was obscured, but we could still see, like, the sky with the stars and the sun through the upper plates. I'm
Yep.
assuming that's not the case.
It's not the case here. Here it is almost like the city has been swallowed by a cavern entirely. And that's the level of darkness it is. And there doesn't seem to be anywhere near as much electric light. Everything is down to the small lantern posts that seem to be lit by candles that dot the streets here and there.
Can I ask also one question? Was it like, I guess better question, would the Hammerlocks have ever come here before?
The first layer,
Yeah.
well,
Was it like so bad before that the Hammerlocks didn't go here? Or is that a reason?
you have probably never been to the first layer before.
Okay, that's right.
Whether it's because it was.
There's like no reason I would know why we didn't go,
Yeah.
but I've just never been.
Yeah. Because your most recent time here was something like 15, 20
It
years
was a
ago.
long time.
So
I was a kid.
you would have probably never been here before. And it's almost like directions seem very It's very disorienting to try and get your bearings and figure out the direction.
Yeah,
However,
I'm gonna have. How do you get around down here? What do you do? Especially you. What's your trick?
Well, for one, let's follow the rats. Just like on ship, they know where things are.
All right.
Are we on a ship right now? Is the city a whole big ship?
No.
No.
Oh. Wait, what?
That it were.
Mara, a rat skitters across your foot and into an alleyway.
Okay, go on, let's go, follow it.
Following a person.
Alright, here we go, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Can I do like an insight check on that to see if she's actually telling the truth?
Sure, roll an insight check.
Alright. I didn't roll very well.
No.
Probably wouldn't know the wiser. I rolled an 8.
No, you're not quite sure. She might be onto something. She might not. be.
Alright, I'll just like follow
You
silently
can't see
then.
much more than she can,
She
so.
might be a con artist. We don't know.
We don't
Oh
know.
my gosh.
The rat sort of skitters off into the darkness, and you barely manage to keep sight of it for 10 minutes or so by the light of Thaddeus' sword before it darts into a corner and you sort of lose sight of it. Then as you stand there sort of in an alleyway of a crossway of alleyways, another rat comes skittering in a different direction.
Are we following rat to rat? The Abjuration Tower? Is that where they live?
Can I make like the survival check to see if I can figure out which direction the tower is?
Yeah, you can do that.
Thank you.
Mara, you also can roll a survival check at advantage since you've been here before. So what advantage means is it means you roll twice,
So this one.
and you take the higher one.
No, where's your character?
Converse to that, disadvantage would mean you roll twice and take the lower one.
Survival. What's this one?
So,
Oh, 9.
So one more time.
Not sure.
So 10.
and
10? Okay. You've been here before and you received directions towards the tower, so you're pretty sure the second rat is going the wrong direction, but you wait a second and a third rat comes up going the right direction.
I'm just trying to prove a point. Okay, this one, I feel it, guys. Come on, let's go this way.
And it's very slow progress as Mara waits at each intersection for a rat to come to go in the right direction.
Andre like keeps wanting to roll like insight like every time.
In for copper and for gold, I guess.
I'm enjoying myself.
All of you roll perception checks.
Sure.
It's dim light, so Thaddeus is at disadvantage, but the rest of you can be fine.
Dang it.
I got a 20.
20?
Not natural.
I got a 1. Sorry, a
4,
3.
so 22.
Oh dang.
Okay, so Mara and Hunter, Thaddeus and Harmony, you don't see too much presence of people or anything like that down
Yeah.
here at all. You see like one or two people within, like inside of houses, which are lit. Like there are shutters on pretty much all of the windows. Some of them are straight boarded up. But you can see lights within some of the houses, and you can sort of hear the muffled sounds of speech, but that's about all you hear hear or see in the way of people down here. Mara and Hunter, you notice after about maybe an hour and a half of following these rats slowly forward bit by bit, there are two figures looming back a couple alleyways, and they seem to move each time you move.
Okay. I'm gonna like whisper and tell the party that we're being followed. There's two figures behind us.
Alright. Thaddeus straightens himself up, turns around and says, "Show yourselves, please."
Oh god.
Roll an intimidation check.
Oh no.
One thing Thaddeus is good at.
What did you roll?
Another one.
That's a
It's kind
third.
of cocked.
It's the third one I've rolled
It's
this
kind
session.
of, well, you're using my dice,
Yeah.
so my unlucky dice.
Yeah. So that turns into an 8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god.
You hear sort of like and the two figures sort of lurk around a corner the other direction, and out of both of your sights.
Well, they chose the wiser course of action. Let's be along.
They left?
They left.
I'm really tempted to one up your intimidation attempt.
There's like nobody who looked at it.
Well,
There's me, I guess.
they seemingly left. They might still be watching us.
No, I'm quite sure that they're not.
Mara, at that point, another rat comes skittering across your feet in the right direction.
Come on, guys, let's go. It's time.
And it leads you forwards for a little ways before you again lose sight of it at the edge of Thaddeus's sword beam. And as you get to sort of a cross-section of alleyways, there is a sudden rustle of movement from all directions, and you find yourselves surrounded by
By
people. So let's roll initiative, actual initiative.
Let's see if I can roll above a 1.
Hey!
Okay, there's a 17 left.
Here's a card for Mara's initiative.
Alright, so
Help her
Okay.
make one.
this
So
is,
plus 5,
Yep.
17.
so you write your name on the card and then your initiative next to it.
Your character.
Your character's name, not your actual name.
You can even draw funny pictures on yours if you want.
I mean,
We all do.
don't waste too much time.
Or waste a lot of time.
And then collect them all up and give them to our DM.
I'm gonna hand you these so you don't forget about us.
Neither do we. That's what makes it fun. We're in trouble now, you guys.
You let us into a trap!
You have! You let us right to him!
The rats. It's all the rats.
The rats all polymorph into humans.
Okay.
It's got all these mysterious bags and such.
I
How
know.
many times have you actually worked surrounded by humans and now polymorph into terrible things?
Did that happen?
Not this week.
Rushing out of the darkness, you see
Right.
eight
Oh god!
figures,
That's worse.
various shapes and sizes, but each one of them seems to have a grizzled and gruff look, and they've got scars and various wounds on them as well.
If only I had mass suggestion.
Yeah, if only. And they each come rushing forward, and I roll initiative for them.
Cast fireball centered on myself.
You could.
Sure.
You
Really
would,
bad idea.
You would probably kill someone.
Yeah, that's true.
You probably
Don't
kill
know
at least
who.
2 people.
That's true.
No, I'd be okay.
No.
I kill myself.
Yeah.
Is what he
No, you have fire resistance.
That's true.
Even with our resistance,
You can do-
probably kill
Well,
yourself.
if I only do level.
Let's get some battle music.
Oh, that's attack, that's opportunity attack. So that's if you are attacking someone and then walk away, then they can try and hit you. But then you can avoid them. So, can we see all the figures clearly or not?
Yeah, they're close enough that they're all pretty much, well, some of them are outside of your vision. You can see any that are within 15 feet of you, so like
Of Thaddeus.
of Thaddeus, yes.
I can see all of them though.
Yes,
So-
you can.
So Thaddeus' light is full light, right? Or is that dim?
It's dim, right?
No, actually, it's bright light within 15, and I think it's like dim light another 15 away from that.
Oh, then you can see all of them,
Okay,
for
so
sure.
we can see all of them.
Yep.
And they have various weapons.
Yeah, various weapons, most of them very crude and ramshackle.
What kind of weapons?
Daggers, swords, maces, crossbows. It's very hodgepodge.
Okay.
Okay, well, Harmony, you're up first.
Of course I am.
Actually, you know what? Well, no, they don't have surprise on you. You heard them coming.
We should
Yeah.
we should pick a direction and go that way. And then that'll give us a better front.
Can you look up the spell for me? Tidal wave?
Oh, that one is not the right one.
Want me to help?
I got it.
I can move the sheet if you want.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I thought you'd be able to do it super fast.
So, right. So these are like building corners,
Uh-huh.
and these
Those
open
are
spaces
alleyways?
are the streets that you're
Okay.
in.
This is one of the bandits.
It can only be 10 feet wide, huh? So I wouldn't be able to get.
He's too strong.
Those are 15-foot wide alleyways.
Yep.
Too high level.
Yeah, you could only
So I
get.
wouldn't be able to get on. Okay, that's not gonna do it.
Bravely ran away.
Get
it next time.
Can you look up wind wall? These are the spells I don't have spell cards
Oh,
for,
these
because they're the
universal
elemental.
mascots
showing us the way.
Otherwise, I would just be looking at my cards here. I need to print some out. Thank you.
A Titanic one.
Nice.
Titanic. Is that the name of the ship that you were on?
Must have been. It got taken in by a plague.
What have you got,
Sorry,
Harmony?
sorry. I'm just reading about stuff I can do.
Considering her options. You get
Uh,
old spellcaster analysis for options.
ah! Okay, I'm going to cast Wind Wall
Okay.
Oh.
around us.
What is that?
Because it can be up to 50 feet long.
Yep. That
So
can
if I
easily
can
go
just
around you.
go in a big kind of circle around us.
And that comes from your amulet, correct?
Yes.
And that
15.
does-
Okay, so you just want sort of like this.
Can I wait? It's 50 feet long, so I probably wouldn't be able to get all of them in it if I make it a big one.
No,
I
you
don't know if
definitely
it's good
wouldn't.
for the buildings.
No, you're probably right. Yeah, so just in a circle around us.
Okay.
It's just a wall of wind. Anything that's inside of it takes damage, and they can't throw projectiles through it at us.
Did you?
Wait, anything inside of it takes damage?
Inside of the wall
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
itself. If they are inside of the, because it's
So
like,
that once they cross the wall.
yeah.
Okay. Not us, not
They can
us.
cross through it. We
Uh-huh.
can cross through it, but if you're inside of it when your turn starts, you take damage.
So we're gonna take damage.
No, because it's not on us, it's around
So
us.
if you start on the square that the edge is, you take damage.
Right. So basically,
I see.
It's like,
each of these squares is part of the wall,
Ah, okay.
and
so
if you're in one of those
squares,
squares, you'll take some
you take
damage.
damage
Okay.
at the start of your turn.
Got it.
Alrighty.
Is there a way that you can shape it that all the threatened squares are gonna be ones that take damage?
What?
Can you shape it to like all the threatened squares, like this one? Or are you counting every single one next to us?
I
all
am
adjacent
counting
squares?
it as these three, these three, these three, these three.
Okay, so the diagonals are not counted?
No.
Okay.
Did you check for wild magic?
No, but I will. That's just a normal check.
Yep.
Fine. Nothing. No
Okay.
problem.
Anything else for Harmony?
Projectiles, okay.
That's all I can do.
So the wind wall is not opaque. So
No.
we can still see it.
We can see through it. They can't shoot us through it. I don't know if Hunter can shoot from the back of it, though. I don't think so.
Probably can't go through it. I'll look it up. Meanwhile, it's Thaddeus' turn.
I'll take another one, unless you need it.
No. I think that is just charge forward
Okay.
through the wall. Do I have to make that save when I end my turn there, or just when I enter that for the first time?
It says, when the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a strength saving throw. But that wasn't when it appeared.
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything about.
Usually there's like more to it than that.
This doesn't
Yep,
say
it
anything
doesn't
about
say it,
doing
so
damage if
there's-
you enter it or exit it.
It's right here though.
Wind wall
Yeah, it's right here.
is in there.
I can read it real quick. Want to read it out loud?
Well, what does it say about
When the wall appears, each creature within its
Yeah.
area must make a strength saving throw.
right?
The creature takes 3d8 bludgeoning damage and
Right.
a failed save.
That's
Half
what's
mission
in here.
successful.
That's what's in here.
Okay, what else do you
So
want
it
to know?
doesn't say anything, so I think you can charge through it.
Okay.
For this guy?
Yeah, that's good.
Like that.
And I will attack it.
Okay.
Twice.
So yeah, arrows and bolts
They
and
miss.
projectiles can't go through the wall.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is a 16 to hit.
16 hits. He's got like very ragged leather armor of some kind.
What
3
Your
evocation.
sword does plenty of damage to that.
And the 23 will also
Oh,
hit.
look at that.
Okay.
So
I didn't think I had a card for it.
the dice.
No, I don't, because it's a druid spell. It's not an arcane spell.
Is Harmony a small creature? Because she can't pass through it if she is.
She's
I'm
not,
medium.
not yet a small
It's
creature.
a small flying creature. Thank you very
Small or small flying creature.
much. Small or smaller flying creature.
Small or smaller flying creature. Oh, you're right. Or object.
Are you an object?
I am, but I'm a
I have Jack.
So
medium
that's
object.
20
I
hit
have
full
Jack.
damage.
Okay. And he, like that, cuts a massive gash in him, and it leaves behind that frost burn that you see when your sword slices. And he looks to be in serious pain. These dogs.
T. Enough.
Anything else for Thaddeus?
No, I'm good.
Okay, Mara, it's your turn.
Okay. I want to go through and attack one as well.
Okay, this direction?
Yes.
Alrighty. I'll put you, there, so you're not in the wall. So you rolled a 20-sided one, and then you should have a plus to hit with your rapier on your sheet.
Yep, this one. Ooh.
18 plus 6, 24.
Okay, that
Nice.
easily hits. So now
And
you
get to
roll.
damage, which is a D8 and plus 3.
You
Plus,
can do
she should get
sneak
sneak
attack.
attack as well.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is 3d6. All
3d6.
5.
So you
So
need
you get this
here.
and 2 more.
Because she has
Oh,
the
the
swashbuckler
damage.
buckler ability that lets her get sneak attack when she is the only one.
Come on, casino practice.
That's not bad.
Wait, that's where's the other dice?
Oh, plus this one you get to roll this one too.
Yeah. Ooh.
And you add
there you
3.
go. That's 18. That's 20.
Plus 3.
Plus 3.
23.
23.
23
That's
big
so
ones.
good.
Three.
He's so
And
good.
your rapier protrudes through his shoulder, and he sort of like recoils back in pain.
Yeah, he does.
You're gonna get more D6s.
Still standing, but not by much. Now it's the thugs.
Oh, get out
Oh,
of here.
dear.
Thanks.
These two are going to converge there.
Get a
These
job.
two will converge there on Thaddeus.
I didn't move on my turn. I should have moved. Oh well.
These two, or those 4, are going to try and make crossbow bolt attacks, but they can't pass through at all.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
arrows go.
They automatically miss.
Arrows touches automatically.
Okay.
So their crossbow bolts just soar
Hardy's
upward to
gonna
the
be
top
doing
of the
this.
wind.
We're down
Come at me!
separate
fire
Come
to the
on!
You're
ground.
down that one.
And it's Allie's.
I've never tried that spell
Yeah.
before.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's fun.
Thaddeus is here, and
Okay.
Kayla is still on the barrier.
Okay.
Against Mara, let's see. So there's a 13 to hit, which I know misses you,
Misses.
and there's a 22 to hit, which I know hits
Oh
you.
no.
So let's
Our
see.
rat speaker.
You ready to uncanny dodge?
All my rats come to my aid. Protect me.
She suddenly is canon.
Where's
cannot
Riz
breathe.
when you need him?
So for between their
Even
2
Riz
attacks,
doesn't know
it's a
what Riz
total
is.
of
He's still in the
12
wipe them out.
damage.
Talking to a sphinx.
Can you uncanny dodge one of them?
Yeah, he can.
She can, and
You have to use your reaction to uncanny dodge, which means you won't be able to use any
Reactions
opportunity
again.
attacks later. But I think it's worth it. It halves damage from one attack.
right. And so the bigger of the 2 attacks was 8 damage. So you
Right.
can have that down to 4, and 4, meaning the total is 8.
So
So you take 8 damage.
take 8 damage from 22 and write it there.
I know it's a lot to learn.
Okay.
So you're 14. Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, really? Just 14, 22 HP?
Yeah. She's level 5.
Oh, okay.
Do I need to save her?
And then the 2 against Thaddeus. Oop. There's a natural 1, and there is a 19.
19.
And that is 7 piercing damage as he stabs at you with his short sword.
No, because you can use it once a round. So you can't
So
use
if-
it again
yeah,
until
if-
after
if-
your next turn.
If they both hit you, then you can only use it once.
Yeah. Okay.
Hunter.
Hunter looks at his bow lovingly and maybe next time, and then pulls his sword and shield out. And
then it's recharged.
are you gonna be okay against those two?
Me?
Yeah. Or do you want me to stay here?
I am not a tank.
Okay.
I need a meat shield.
Okay, so I'm gonna stand.
I'm running away.
I'm
He's
gonna.
meeting the king.
I'm gonna move. Oh crap!
Can't meat.
Can meet.
Can I move out, make an attack, and move back?
Yes.
So I'm gonna go boom, boom, hit, and boom, boom, like that.
Okay.
So I'll be right back.
Roll your 2 attacks then.
Okay. And I don't think you need to move, or else I will let you move. But I'm going to do a trip attack on this guy, I think. Let's see if I can hit him first. I got a 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
Okay. And then I'm going to make it a trip attack, so he has to make a strength saving throw with a DC of 18.
Okay. I don't think he's going to pass, but I can try. Oh, actually, rolled an 18 on the dice. So he does pass.
Resilient!
Oh.
Alright. And I need my other D8. And I need. He takes 6, 12 magic damage, and he gets a wound.
Okay.
Some sort of wounding, and I'll make another attack against him, which is a 20 to hit,
Hits easily.
and then smack him one more time for 8 magic damage.
Okay, so for a total of 20.
20 damage.
Alright.
I'll use one of my actions.
And then you dart back into the
Yep, and I
Wall
jump
of
back to
Rage.
Harmony's side.
Harmony. It's your turn.
Woohoo! You got this, right?
Sure.
Okay. Looking around, are there tall buildings around us? Or
All
are they
these
just
are buildings,
like-
right?
Yeah, you're basically, each one of these is a building. They're not necessarily tall buildings. The tallest one is probably 2 stories.
Hey Mara, do you
Yeah.
have anything you can throw to attack with?
Got a belaying pin, but I've got a short bow.
I've got 2 daggers as well. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a short bow. Great! I'm gonna run up to Mara.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab her around the waist, and I'm gonna dimension door to the top of one of the buildings.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Get you out of danger.
And I'm
So-
gonna be like, my bow.
We'll say this one is a 2nd-story building,
Yeah.
if that's what you want to do. Or would you rather go 1 story because then she can see better?
I mean, does a 1-story look like they can climb up on top of it easily, or is it gonna take them quite a bit of effort to scramble?
It would
up?
take them effort.
A 1-story would be better for other reasons.
Right. 1-story it is then.
Okay, we'll go to this one.
Whew.
Roll for
Feel
wide
like I'm
magic.
backboard ship.
Safe. I gotta
Um,
mark that off. And I think I'm going to... That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. The pink-skinned devil woman comes running up to you, grabs your hand
Grabbed her around the waist.
around the waist, that's right.
From behind.
And you feel like a pulling sensation, and then the next second you find yourself in a completely different location on top of one of these roofs.
We just teleported. Yeah.
Thaddeus.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, looks to me like Mara is 30 feet away from me,
Yeah, something like that, and up a little bit.
and up a little bit.
Yeah, so probably about 30.
Okay, good. So, Thaddeus is going to cast a spell.
If it's Misty Step and you go on top of the building, I'm not going to be happy with you.
That's not what's about to happen.
That would be really funny.
And this like faintly shimmery aura
Get my
like
clever's
Thaddeus
cut.
to cover like a large distance.
Mm-hmm.
And part of it covers Mara, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to. Who's got some distances?
I guess I do.
Mara, go ahead and take 5 HP back.
Thank you.
Is that a healing word?
No, that is Aura of Vitality.
Oh,
Nice.
Or-
And I can now use a bonus for the next 9 rounds. After this, I can use a bonus action to heal someone within 30 feet.
I've never even heard
That's
of that
awesome.
spell.
Or a
I like it.
vitality, I've heard
It's a
of it.
very good spell.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very
Right,
strong
you use it.
spell.
Kind of
Oh,
nice
that's
after our first meeting. He's growing.
Someone's
I'm
pretty
growing on
salty.
it. I'm growing on it.
Anything else on Thaddeus' turn?
No, he uses action to
Like
cast
a
it, bonus
barnacle.
actions into it. Yeah. Thaddeus has that effect where he sucks at first, and then he's alright, and then he sucks again.
Yeah, that kind of happens a lot.
Then it's Mara's turn.
Hunter's just always neutral.
Okay, so,
So you're on top of a building.
so I can pull out my short bows and try to take.
Okay.
So you have to keep track of your arrows.
Okay.
Keep that in mind.
You can use
If
sneak
you
attack
have
with ranged
20,
weapons too, right?
I think
probably on that.
yes, but she would need to sneak attack someone. It would have
When
to
she
be an
has
enemy.
advantage.
It would have to be an enemy with someone else next to her, or she'd have to get advantage somehow.
Even though she's Swashbuckler? Or is that only with
Make a
melee?
note.
She has to be the only one next to it.
Okay, how many arrows you use?
So she's not next to it. So this is like the one case where she wouldn't get sneak attack.
Why?
Because
She's not next to it, an ally isn't next to it, and she doesn't have advantage.
I see. But if she shoots someone that is next
so
to you.
if she shoots one of these guys,
Yeah.
Yes.
Then you'd get sneak attack if you attack one of the ones that's attacking Thaddeus. But
One
if
of-
you attack one of the other ones, then you.
Yeah. One of them is probably
Well,
probably
since
bigger.
we're up above, why don't I do that? Why don't I help him out?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And you can see the one to the right of him,
Favor.
or your left, is looking really injured at this point.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So do that.
So this time you'd roll a 20, and you'd add the bonus that it says for your short bow.
Which is written.
Mhm.
6. Yep. Oh!
8.
8. Not quite. No. So he
How tall is the wall?
the wall probably like 10, 15 feet tall or so.
Oh, right. Would she be able to shoot over the top of the wall? Because
Oh.
it can't go through the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the wind wall. The wind wall
The
is
wind
specifically 15 feet tall. She can do that, no
Yeah.
problem.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the arrow goes clattering against the wall. It doesn't quite find its target. But Thaddeus, you can see that she's then supporting you from the rooftop.
Okay.
Mara can also, as a rogue, on a bonus action, disengage, dash, or
Hide?
hide.
Yeah.
So if you were to try and hide up here on the roof with your bonus action,
Yeah, I think you should do
then
that.
you
they
could
can't
get
shoot at you.
advantage and use your sneak attack on anyone next time.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Alright, so make a stealth check.
Nice.
4 plus.
3. So
Okay.
15.
15. Okay, that's pretty good. Alright.
To write it
Cool.
bigger for
I
you.
know.
And you duck down on the roof sort of behind a chimney, and you think you're pretty well out of sight.
Okay.
Then it is the thug's turn.
No, wait, they passed turn.
This one is going to try and climb the roof here. This one will come 5, 10, 15, 20 to Hunter. Seeing that the crossbow bolts are useless, this one will go in here and look around. Actually, it'll come up to Thaddeus. Alright, so
They don't have a
Thaddeus, only 2 of them can make attacks this round. One
I
of them
have a
had
can.
dash.
Maybe they're here to help me.
are a can.
One of them is going to hit
I
one
have a
of
big
this,
can.
because I've got a 19 and a 10.
Yeah, that's what you got.
4 bludgeoning damage as one swings at you with a mace, catches you right in the side.
I sure has PTSD about maces.
Hunter, one of these guys who's up on you has a mace.
That's my target.
There's a 19 and a 21 to hit for the first 2.
As long as the 21 is not the mace gun, which is fine.
We'll say that he is the short sword guy. Wow! And then there's a 22 and a 21.
Wow, these guys! What the
I
heck?
rolled a 15,
What?
2 18s, and a 17.
Oh my gosh,
So I
these
think
thugs
that's-
know how to open the can.
3
Alright.
hits.
They do have a can opener.
This is dangerous. Come back for me!
I'll provide aerial support.
Hunter, you take 4. So let's see. 11 piercing damage from the short swords.
Okay, that's fine.
And one of the guys with the maces gets you for 6 bludgeoning damage.
Oh!
And there's a resounding thud as that one cracks onto your armor. And then there's the other one trying to climb the house.
Ringing
Ooh.
the house.
Rolls a 17 on his athletics check. He climbs up, dagger in his mouth,
Oh god.
crests over the roof, and he's just climbs up, pulls himself up right next to you, Harmony, and pulls the dagger out of his mouth. He says, "Hey there, little girl."
Hi.
And it
Wait,
is
he's
Hunter's turn.
Okay, so where's that mace guy?
He's
Yeah, I guess he's gonna be pushed off the building.
these two have maces.
They both have maces?
Yep.
Hunter runs away.
One of
neither
them is
are hurt,
looking.
right?
One of them is looking very injured.
That's the one I stabbed him
Yeah, the
before.
one you stabbed.
Did he take his wounding damage?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Good call. Oh, you roll that. You roll that.
I'm gonna roll a d4. Okay. Is it just straight d4 or is it d4 plus 1?
Just d4.
So it's 2.
Okay. And then he has to.
And then he can make a.
He fails to save, so he stays wounded.
Right.
Yep.
So I'm going to make a disarming attack against the first mace guy.
Okay.
I rolled a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
He's got a 15 on his strength
So he
save.
fails.
Okay, so he drops his
I
mace.
scooped it up.
Yep.
Not for you! Okay. Love it. You don't need that. Alright, and then I did, let's see, that is 10, 18 damage, magic, with
Okay.
a wound.
That one, your sword, as he's sort of surprised as he drops his mace, your sword comes around in a flourishing arc and pierces him
Yeah,
straight
it
through the
does.
heart,
Okay, yeah.
and he falls dead.
You don't need that either.
Woo!
Alright, next guy.
Didn't need to take his mace.
Wow.
I look at your next, and then I didn't do another disarming attack as the other mace guy.
Okay.
That is a 20 to hit.
He gets a 14 on his save.
Scoop that up.
Okay.
I'll take that mace. And that is very low damage. It is 9 magic damage. And I already used the wound on the other guy, I guess.
Right.
So-
Regarding his mace, you've already used your use an object free action for your turn.
So can I like?
So it's like on the ground.
Well, if he's dead, I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd bother.
That's true.
taking it.
Okay, I'll let you do it. You take
Alright,
this
so I'll just
guy's
grab
mace.
that one. All right.
And he takes that damage. Anything else on your turn?
Laughing at him. He doesn't have a mace anymore. And then other than that, when did they take the wind wall damage?
Only when the wind wall comes into existence, apparently.
This is what I've been using.
I thought it was per turn.
According to the spell, no.
Oh, okay.
I'll look up later if
You chose
there's
it.
errata about it, but
Here, do you
as
want
far
that
as
one
I
instead?
can tell by the spell description, it's just when it comes
Okay.
into existence.
All right, never mind then. So
Harmony.
I think it's it. Let me knock off my tickies.
Okay. So the guy climbs up and says, "Hello, little girl." I go, "Hi." Push.
Okay.
Shove him
Roll,
right off the
athletics
right
check.
off the roof. Okay. All right. Please, 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 do not fail. Okay. Tides of chaos.
Okay.
The situation demands tides of chaos.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, better. Okay. Okay. 16.
16. Now I will tell you that he rolled a 3 on his dice.
Yes! So I would have done it anyway, but that's
Yep.
okay!
Shove him off.
Hi!
Do you want to roll a d6 of falling damage for me?
Sure. 4.
Okay, he goes falling off the edge, and he
then
falls prone on his back.
I would. Okay, hold on. I have a really bad idea.
Oh no. Where's the aerial support? I didn't want bodies.
I'm gonna run back that way, like away from Mara, about 30 feet, and then I'm gonna shout to Hunter, "Get out of range! I'm gonna fireball him!"
You know, you could just like message me probably.
I use my action to push. I can't use like
I see.
talking is free. Messaging takes an
I
action.
see. Okay.
Get out of range! I'm gonna
I
fireball.
don't
You're
like
holding
this
an action
idea.
for when
Huh?
Hunter moves out of the way.
Well, pushing I thought was my action.
Yeah, you can't. You
Oh,
can't
right,
have-
right.
Oh.
So I'll
Um,
just use my next turn because my turn's after
Instant
Hunter's
messaging?
anyway.
No. She has a spell called messaging. It sends you like telepathic.
Oh,
messages,
okay.
yeah.
Thaddeus, it's your turn.
Cool. Bonus action. I'm gonna give Hunter some HP. Hunter, you get 9, but I don't know if you get the full 9 on it.
4. He would get 4.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Thank you, my good man.
Better than nothing.
And then
Just the
I'm
thought
gonna
that
attack
counts.
The guy who is wounded next
Okay.
to me. So that's 21. That hit.
It's easy.
I'm just so pleased that I could push someone off.
Oh my
He
gosh.
takes 11 damage.
Alright, and, whoop. Almost time to stop. believe it or not, that's just enough to kill him.
Nice.
Nice.
Good. Because then the other, because I did want to give another guy this one. Swing.
Gee, you've got to stop.
Oh, 19. 19 on die.
Does hit for sure.
Yeah, you know.
That'll be a 14 damage.
Okay.
Divine Smite.
Yeah,
Wanna go to you?
So just 14 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Either the bow or the dagger goes fine. It does more damage though.
Which one does?
Alrighty.
Alright, I'll try it.
You wanna use
Not really. So that's
Save it for another tabard roll.
Mara, then it's your turn.
So we're just talking about. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try the short bow because
Okay.
get my yips over with on the guy that's flat on his back.
Alright.
So, ooh, wait.
Ordinarily, when you're making a ranged attack, when someone is low on the ground, you have disadvantage to hit them because they're low and hard to hit.
Okay.
However, you're right above him, so I'm going to ignore that rule.
But
That's
she
because
would
you're sort
also
of
have
sniping right
advantage
down.
because she was hidden.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say she gets her advantage from being hidden, and also I'm ignoring the disadvantage she would
I
have
see.
because she's basically right above him, looking
Right.
at straight
So
down.
he's like a sprawled out target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
Cool,
yeah.
so you get advantage.
It
Here.
means you roll twice.
You get to
or you
roll.
roll two.
And then take the highest number.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, pig rolling.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
that's
a
a
good
good
one.
Yeah.
I would keep this
Plus
one
six.
though. You need fives
Plus
and
six.
ones.
So 25.
Hits easily.
There you
Okay.
go.
So you get sneak attack
So that she needs 2 more d6s. Use this d6
and
and
the D8
d6.
and
For
a
a short
D8
bow,
for the
it's a
choke, for
6.
the arrow. Oh, it's a 6 for the.
It's a 6.
Short bow's a 6.
Oh, then you
So
need
one more d6. There it
Like
is.
you've got like 3 in your box over there, and I'm not giving her all of mine.
17,
And oh,
Plus 3.
20.
20. Okay.
okay, I don't have a wrap with my short bow.
Oh, that was a nice hit. Very clean.
Yeah, and it like catches him right in the gut, and he's like, "Oh!" He's very angry about that. But he looks like he's about to get back up
Thank you.
somehow.
My D22, please.
And as it is their turn,
Thank you.
he does indeed stand up, spending half of his movement. I'm sorry, did you want to do anything else? Did you want to move back away from the edge of the
Do you
roof?
need to hide again if
Hide
you
again,
after
hide
you already
again.
shoot?
That's probably a good idea.
'Cause-
Okay. So roll another stealth check.
What was section 9? Press next to Jason.
Only got a 1.
Okay.
Oh no!
So you get back behind the same chimney, and you're pretty sure you're hidden.
Can you guys see me?
Hey, can
No?
you see me?
Okay, great.
Great.
Great. Don't look.
Then on their turn, the one you shot stands back up sort of wearily, grunting and groaning as he goes. He then sort of looks back up at the roof and tries to think, maybe do I want to get up there? But instead he just backs up over here. These 3 all scatter this direction.
Because they heard me shout fireball.
After making an attack each against Hunter.
Oh.
But then you get in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
On one of them.
So the first 2 miss. One of those was the one with the mace.
Wait. The mace guy's unarmed.
Yes, he reaches down and grabs the other guy's
You
mace.
better not. I threw that. I threw his mace.
Retcon.
You only get one
Yeah.
reaction.
He reaches down and grabs it, but he misses anyways. The
Okay.
third guy with the short sword is only
He's the one getting me
a
away.
16 to hit, so he misses as well. They all 3 miss you.
That guy with the mace.
Yeah, they heard you shout fireball, and they were like, "Oh, run!"
So I got a 25 to hit that guy.
Good. They better
Easily
run.
hits.
If I don't have to use my fireball, that's better.
That's a 11
Waste
magic
of
damage
spell
on the guy who was unarmed and grabbed the mace.
Okay. There we go. And then this one, these 2 here, yeah, they're not going to move. They'll stay there. They'll make attacks against Thaddeus.
They believe foolishly that Harmony wouldn't dare put a fireball right there.
One of them is a very
Hey,
clear
I know
miss.
where I can center one to get 4 people, you know.
I'm one of them. Thaddeus is the other.
No, 4 enemies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where?
On top of the, or inside of the building.
Oh,
Would have to be
would that
inside
work?
of the building.
I mean, I guess I would provide some
Wow.
light too in this dark place.
Are you evil?
No,
No, you're not.
but I might be
Because that's a
winning that
pretty
way.
evil act.
Yeah.
So Thaddeus, you take 5 piercing damage.
It's only a 20-foot radius.
From
anyway.
one of their
I forgot that was
swords.
a building. I was like, I can center it right there. Oh wait.
And that's their turn. Then it is Hunter's turn.
Where's the guy with the mace?
He's that blue
Is
one.
he that one?
Yep.
He is he? Oh. Alright. He's gonna get a piece of Hunter, I think. 1, 2. And I'm gonna start stabbing him.
Okay.
Drop the mace and no one will get hurt. Or not. Oh, that's not good. 13.
So 13 still hits.
Okay,
Nice.
cool. Hit him for 11 damage, plus a wound if he's not dead.
He is not quite dead.
Okay, one more hit then. I rolled a 1.
Okay.
That's gonna miss.
So yeah, as he sort of like ducks just out of the way as you're swinging the rapier around for the killing
Yeah.
blow. You're sure it would have been the killing blow.
The wound might get him now.
That's true. And he's just bleeding out and like coughing up blood as he goes.
Yeah, you better.
Then it is Harmony's turn.
Okay, I'm clear.
Still trying to figure out how to do this.
Yeah. Well, Harmony's like, God damn it! She runs up to the edge
Mm-hmm.
next to no, I changed my mind. She's just gonna firebolt that guy that's right in front of her.
Okay.
Yeah. She's gonna be like, why do you guys gotta ruin all my fun? Firebolt. Firebolt.
Bolt.
Bolt. Not ball.
Ball.
Bolt.
Bolt.
Firebolt.
Firebolt.
Oh,
The
yeah.
ball-shaped
I forgot I
firebolt.
have to roll the hit.
You do.
No, it just happens.
Ah, okay, 15.
15 does hit.
Yeah, it does. Ooh, 15 damage.
Okay.
15 fire damage.
And yeah, his clothes start to go up in fire, and he's like, ah, desperately trying to pat himself
Harmony
out.
starts laughing maniacally.
Thaddeus.
You're on fire. Wait, I'd like to run back.
Okay. This way?
Yep. Yep.
All 3 of those guys missed Hunter, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, they're just gonna give themselves some
Nice.
that.
How much does he heal for?
2d6.
Does it work out of combat too?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's
And
spell.
one, like, if we finish this combat
You just
before the spell is up, I can just use the remaining charges
Awesome.
of it.
It's so good.
It is
Love it.
very good.
Hunter wants that
Yeah,
spell.
Thaddeus is going to swing at the guy who is wounded next to him.
Okay.
That's a 26.
Easily
hit.
hits.
Hits. Do 13 damage.
Okay.
How's it looking?
Very rough, but still up.
Okay.
Oh,
I think
shit!
No, yeah, I'm not gonna like, I'm not gonna cheat this. I'm just gonna use it on the same guy, but I did crit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I really want.
What were you gonna use?
I was gonna, like, on a crit, I wasn't gonna waste it on the guy who was like 1 hit away from dying anyway. But I should, because that's who I was.
Oh, you're gonna be like,
that's who I was
ooh.
swinging at.
Oh, it's a crit. I might as well swing with the other
Right,
guy.
exactly.
No, it's like you've already
that's not how
swung.
that
I thought there was like a special like orc
No,
splitter
no.
style.
No.
So
was like-
that's
He was just metagaming over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
17.
17.
The
Okay.
metagaming with the not metagaming.
Yeah. Almost
And
metagaming.
that
That's like
kills him,
super
though.
meta at that point.
Woo!
Anything else on your turn?
I've healed. I've done action. I'm good.
Okay. Mara.
Get
Okay.
him.
Okay, so
Yeah.
One more shot. One more shot.
well, I think at this time I'm gonna jump down at the one. He's up though now.
We're up like 10 feet. If you jump down, you'll get hurt.
You might.
Just a little
But I
bit.
have rope. I can swing down like I'm on a ship.
I've tried that before. It didn't work out too well. Might work out better
She
for you.
is better than
You're
you.
a lot
Yeah.
more dexterous than I am. Just,
We believe in you.
word of warning.
You want to tie a rope around the
I
chimney
also
and
jumped
then
down
hop
3
down?
stories instead of 1.
I want to swing
Bad.
down, and as I swing down, swoosh my rapier.
Oh, that's
All right.
amazing.
We'll give you a try. So roll an acrobatics check. It's that one plus your acrobatics skill.
You didn't tell it. Please what?
You can still get to add your acrobatics.
No.
Yeah. So what is it? A 6?
No, it's a 6.
So I got an 8.
8. Okay. Luckily, you try to swing down and you misjudge the momentum a little bit. You're sort of expecting a ship to like sway and like swing you a little bit itself, but you don't have that extra momentum. So you swing down and you sort of roll onto the ground a little bit more clumsily than you think. You're on the ground. You didn't take any damage, but you didn't quite get the momentum to swing into him.
And you hear
But you still have movement.
and you hear I meant to do that. And then she swings. That was my plan.
But you didn't hear me because I've got the boots of element.
Sneaky,
Yeah, it's a very quiet roll.
It's very quiet. Roll. Nobody hears her touch the ground. Does she still have movement?
I hear
Yes,
the leaves
so
rustle.
she could
You
move
can
up
run up
to
and
one of
attack
these
them.
two. This
Yeah.
one looks the most injured, I think.
Okay, let's go to him then. And I want to use my the rapier on him.
Okay, go ahead.
Sneak attack him.
So
It's
it's
not
a
sneak.
It-
Oh, it is sneak.
She
attack.
can sneak
Sneak
attack.
attack.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Roll this to hit.
this one.
Yep.
9
Plus
plus
Six.
6.
Hits.
15.
15.
So 3d6 and the d8. Your other d6 is 1. Plus 3.
Nice.
12, 13, 14, 16.
16. All right.
Respectable. Wait, 16 plus.
Plus 3? Did you add the plus 3?
Plus
Oh, plus 3.
So 19.
19.
You killed him either way.
Nice!
But you
So
killed
yeah.
him more.
This is the one that you sort of
He's
shot
more
with
dead.
the
He's
short bow
more
as he was lying on the ground. So you sort of aim for the same position where you shot him, thrust the rapier in there, and then he falls down dead.
Oh.
Nice.
Yay! Earned my medal.
Anything else on your turn?
And I think when I clean off my rapier,
You've also got a bonus action. You can use it to disengage if you want to run away. Or to,
no.
can she dodge as a bonus action too? No, just or you can just stand there and be ready.
Yeah, I'll be ready for the next one.
Okay. On their turn, one of them shouts out, "These guys are a lot tougher than they looked! We better run!" And they start to run.
Away.
You get an away.
They disengage. This one doesn't
Oh,
have to.
is that mace guy? I don't think so. Can I still see him?
30. This is the only one that's really in
I
sight.
can't see this guy anymore?
No, since Thaddeus' light is around the corner, it gets really dark past like a few feet in front of you. But it's your turn.
You're gonna run
I
after
won't.
him.
I won't.
Chase him down.
Can I, like, grab the other mace that's on the ground? You forgot this! And, like, try and throw it at him?
Yeah. Roll an attack at disadvantage. If I could give you double disadvantage, I would.
So I got a 12, but I kind of want to make it a precision strike and like really hit him on the head with this. But
I'll
just
tell you
go-
12
Nothing's
hits.
gonna-
Okay, I'll do a 12,
12 hits.
and it's a makeshift weapon or something, or it's a
Yeah,
mace, but I threw it.
Mace is not supposed to be thrown. Just roll a
Yeah.
d4 and add your strength modifier.
Okay, all right. So that is where is my real gauge? I think it's this one. 4 plus 6, so that's 10.
You hear a satisfying thunk, thunk, and then 2 seconds later there's a as something hits the ground.
It's badass.
now.
Anything else on your turn?
Nope, just sheath my weapon and I.
Okay. Then Harmony, you can't really see any of them from where you are. There's none within 60
Oh,
feet.
actually, I do want to search the bodies and see if there's any like notes of assassination
That would
or
take
anything
that
like
would take an action.
But
so.
after initiative.
I'll
is
run
over.
up
Yeah.
to the edge of the building. What can I see from there?
You can see Mara standing over the freshly killed corpse of one of the thugs, sort of cleaning her rapier. You can see Hunter just hurling a mace into the darkness.
Experience one boys.
And you can see
And
the glow from
satisfaction.
Thaddeus' sword sort of standing in the middle of an alleyway.
Did we get him?
We got as many as we needed
I
to.
know what my tweet is.
Sweet. I'm going to hook my grappling hook on the edge of the building and start slowly climbing down.
Alright, Mara's rope is still tied.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll just use her rope
Yeah.
then.
So you climb on down.
Actually,
It's
I'll
not
swing
really-
down
Right
like
with
she did.
Right
Okay,
with
roll
you.
an acrobatics
I'll swing
check.
down like she did because I saw her do it and she was cool.
I am.
Acrobatics check.
I'm not good at acrobatics. 12.
12. Alright, good enough.
Better than she was.
You sort of land unsteadily on the ground and sort of like wobble a little bit, but then catch your balance.
Pull down the rope.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
I'm gonna roll a bunch more of these healing things. Who needs healing?
I need a little bit.
Okay. How much
You,
do you need?
you need
I
a
only
little
need, like,
bit.
She needs 3.
Okay.
I
So
need.
you've got 7 more rounds of this you can use. I
Yes.
believe.
I only need like 7, so 14.
Okay.
Well, ish 14.
Here's 8 for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Alright, that's 4.
So down to 4.
Alright.
Here's 10 for me. No, I only need 6. Who needs more? Who needs 10?
He needs most.
Okay, yeah, then.
So
Okay, that's
5.
9.
Anyone else need any?
She needs 3.
I'm
I'm
good.
good. I didn't get hurt.
Yeah. You can have this 5.
So you're full now.
That's such a great spell.
It's 5 for me. And I need 1 more. Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
And you had 1 more use of it left before it
That's
ends.
so good.
Everyone's up to full?
And as
Yep,
people
I'm good.
sort of regroup, Mara unties her rope.
And I'm searching bodies.
Yeah. A rat skitters across your feet in the direction of the tower.
Okay, so everybody got everything. Let's go.
Hold
Can
on.
we search some bodies first?
Yeah.
I-
you
that's
can
what I'm
search
doing.
Searching.
That's what I'm doing.
I want
Uh,
to loot some bodies
Zach,
too.
roll an investigation check.
Okay.
Harmony
How
as well.
about
Yay!
how does a strong 12 get you?
How does a strong 15 get you?
I don't like this game.
Um,
Are you proficient?
No.
Hunter
I'm going.
finds a total of 6 gold pieces in various change,
That's 1 minute and a half.
as well as all of their weapons. If you
Really?
want to,
He spent all his money.
Plus 6 gold.
if you want to pick up their weapons, there's one.
Not the maces.
Okay. There's like 2
I'll
short
pick-
swords.
I'll pick- yeah,
you
whatever.
know, the various
Just
crossbows.
put them in the bag of holding. Okay.
So just write down 2 short bows or 2 crossbows and 2 short swords.
Okay, so crossbows.
In Harmony, you
bolts.
find a total of 8 gold pieces
Thaddeus
in
says,
various
says
coins.
tomorrow, I'm surprised you're not joining in with these ruffians.
What? How many bolts for the crossbows?
I already picked
We'll
them
say
while I was
20.
swinging down.
Can she get some of her arrows back?
She only shot 3, right?
You shot how many
I
arrows
shot
did you
2.
2?
Okay, yeah, you can take one of those arrows back. You managed to, you lose 1, but you find one of the other ones.
That might be it.
Okay, got it. And 6 gold. And then are there any notes, like assassination notes or anything like that? They're just thugs.
No, you sort of gather that these were just
They're
street
just-
thugs
they're just
thinking
street
that you
thugs.
were easy prey.
Okay.
That's why they scattered so quickly
Alright.
once they started losing.
Cool.
Alright?
I come back then to the group.
And then
Didn't
a
find
rat
anything.
sort of
Spell wind
skitters its way through the area that was occupied by the wind wall and off in the right direction towards the tower.
Back on
So
our way then.
we're ready to regroup.
Sure, yeah.
Lead
Be
the
more
way.
intimidating next
Rat
time,
speaker.
wouldn't ya? That was a pain in the ass.
I think we intimidated them quite well.
Yeah.
But you're a
These
rat.
guys.
You're not.
So, I think that's a good place to end
Yeah.
for tonight.
Okay.
The
Alright.
rats.
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 Thanks to anyone who
That should be
stayed
the
around
title.
and watched us. It's been a super fun game tonight. We'll be back next Monday night on Twitch at 7 p.m.
yeah.
Pacific
Is
time.
he still there?
Yeah, I think so.
And
He
hope
was.
to see you guys later.
Wait.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye.
okay.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Shout out to Will.
Shout out to Will
Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Will.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for being kind.